Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's February 2nd, 2025. It's Sunday. It's about 11:11 a.m. I'm Melissa. I'm your galactic soul artist, and I'm not real sure where we're going on this little video journey today. If you want to read the weekly horoscope or taroscope that I do, sometimes I do it on video and read it, or do an audio of it. It's on my website. I write it every week. I put it up there every week. If you ever want to go back and review them, they're there. It's psychictrail.com, and I will put a link in the description below this video so you can get directly to it. I don't know that it's linked from the front page. I don't believe it is. But I will put a link down below so you can go read that. I've been out. I've had my walk. I did 40 minutes this morning. And as I'm walking, I'm being shown perspective. And what I mean by that is, as an artist, you learn to draw in perspective format. So you can give depth to a drawing or a painting. And I'm going over that in my head, and I'm like, why am I looking at this? And I heard, well, you need to just draw it for the viewers. I don't know what this is. It has something to do with timelines and what's going on right now and how we need to start stepping through different perspectives. I don't know. So I'm gonna give you a little brief lesson. You can get a piece of paper out and draw this if you want, but there's something about me drawing this that's important. So let me get the camera turned down. Let's see if we can go through this easily. Let's see if I can turn it this way so you can see some light on this. Okay. And on top of it, I'm drawing sideways. Okay. So the first thing you do when you start a perspective is you choose a horizon line. The horizon line goes. Now, just keep in mind that people use rulers for this, and I'm not using a ruler. For whatever reason, I'm not using a ruler. So you have your horizon line. And I hope you're not going to see this upside down. I'm going to have to flip this video over. Better yet, let's just pause. Okay, I'm back. I had to rearrange my camera and put some light on this. And we're going to start over. And I want to start by saying this is for spiritual and entertainment purposes only. Okay. So when you do a perspective, you start with a horizon line. And again, most people use rulers to lay this out. Painters usually don't, but illustrators usually do. And then you pick a point on the horizon line. So this is, you can even imagine this in your head. If you're driving down an old road out in the middle of nowhere, the perspective is there. It's right in front of you. You have a horizon line. This is the ground and this is the sky. And you pick a point of focus. Okay. Now, you are drawing an X through it. And this is your foreground. I've got these even now. Okay. And as your eye moves into the painting, objects get smaller. They also start to get closer together. I'm not doing a great job of this, but I think you get the idea. They get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And you go on this side and do the same thing. Now technically, what I'm doing should all match up, but it's not, because I don't have a ruler. This is the general idea. So everything in the foreground, this is the foreground, and this is the background. I'll just put a B here, background. So if you were going to do a big tree in the foreground, it would be up here, be right in your face. And a smaller one, smaller plants would be back here, and they'd be very small. Okay? There's something about this slicing do you see how these line up? They're supposed to line up. You can also see, if you wanted to draw a building, how you would get your corner. Door. Okay, anyway, there's something about this slicing that has to do with timelines, and I don't even pretend to understand it. Okay, so I'm piecing this video together. So I'm on my third video that I'm going to piece together, and I can see by listening back that I'm having microphone problems. There are little glitches. I'm not sure why that's happening. There's nothing wrong with the microphone. It may be StreamYard. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but we're going to continue. Okay, so I'm going to get my microphone out of the way here, and I think this looks better for you. Maybe this way. Let's see. Foreground. There we go. So the slicing I'm talking about is these lines, and there's something. They're planes. You're stepping back in plane. Okay, you're moving back, or you're moving back this way. And there's something that has to do with timelines, and we're moving in and out of these. And so when you walk down a street, you can see these planes. You're actually stepping into these planes. You can't see them, but you're stepping into these planes. There's layers here that I would even say that layers overlap in some cases, and you can see that if you start to paint foliage, trees. If I were to come in here and do some big tree, and but this is part of that bush behind it, and then way back here is this other little tree. They kind of overlap. There's something about the planes that overlap that we need to pay attention to, and I'm not sure what that is. I don't know. I'm just showing this the best I know how to show it, and hopefully the information got conveyed. Okay. Okay, so I am going to read, I'm just going to throw some cards here real quick. Oh, I'm not going to read through cards. I'm going to do Wild Mystic. Wild Mystic. Put your cards. These away. So if you saw my setup, you would just be rolling your eyes. You just wouldn't even believe how crammed in I am in here. Okay, let's ask Spirit for, well, first of all, let's ask for divine protection, and ask for only the information from the highest realms to come through, and my guides and angels will surround us, and your guides and angels will surround us and keep the negative energy out as we do this little reading for the week of February 22nd, 2025. A little oracle card for this. Boy, the energy is really thick and a little crazy, and I'm feeling it in my stomach all of a sudden. Okay, what do we need to know about our journey this week? Disguise. Ooh. Maybe it goes this way. It's hard to tell with this camera. It's a chameleon. Let's see what the chameleon has to say. Don't worry, I'll take a picture of it and put it up on the thumbnail. Where are you, Mr. Chameleon? Hiding from me. Okay, chameleon, disguise. This card represents disguise and facade. That's what that perspective is about too. Not disguise, but facade. It is the idea of blending into one's social landscape to fit in, but also in order to acclimate to new surroundings. The natural camouflage of the chameleon might be interpreted as deceptive or duplicitous in one reading, but it may also signify the need to protect oneself by blending in and becoming invisible. This card could symbolize a wallflower who feels invisible, or a social butterfly who can adapt and thrive in any social situation. While we largely associate the chameleon's color-changing ability with camouflage, it is also used to signal their intentions, health, temperature, and feelings. The chameleon card may represent wearing your heart on your sleeve and allowing your deeper feelings to show. This card may also represent those born under the Western zodiac sign of Gemini, which, by the way, I am. Correspondences. It's an element of earth. The flora and fauna is amaranth, chicory, monk's hood, poppy, and skeleton flower. Never heard of that. The stones are bloodstone, tiger's eye, chrysoprase, and tourmaline. Okay, so at this point, my internet went down. Comcast must have had a problem, and we were down for about 5-10 minutes, and I didn't know it, and I kept talking. So I'm going to do this voiceover to complete this video. What I'm getting is, and the reason I was told to draw all that out for you, is we are stepping into a very chaotic energy, and we are learning at the same time how to stay focused in that kind of energy. Now, we naturally move through many planes and many different dimensions every second of the day, where we're constantly doing this. But what's happening right now is we are learning how to recognize that physically and see it. And so if you don't pick a focal point, if you don't pick an intention, then you're going to get lost. And so it's important this week to format an intention for every moment that you're moving around. So, I intend to walk into the kitchen and get a glass of water. I intend to get in the car and safely drive to the grocery store. I intend to find this amount of groceries, this type of grocery, this type of food, whatever you're doing. I intend to get dressed and go for a walk. I intend to have this conversation with my boss in a very calm and deliberate manner. You could go on and on and on. You're going to need to do this constantly. And if you find that you're off in the weeds somewhere, you need to get back on the horse and form an intention and go. So that's what looking at all those planes was about. That's what the perspective was about. My thoughts are with you this week, and let me know in the comments how your week goes and if this was helpful. It's a crazy video, and I feel a little uneasy about it, but there you go. I'm going to have to get over it. So I'll talk to you next week, and take care. Bye for now.